Welcome to LearnersPrep. In this session, we will solve some more problems based on the concept of percentage. This is the third session in this concept. Question number 26. In an examination, there were 900 boys and 600 girls. 65% of the boys and 45% of the girls passed the examination. Find the percentage of the candidates failed. So here there are 900 boys and 600 girls. 65% of the boys passed the examination. So that means 35% failed. So we need to find out the percentage of failed candidates. So we need to consider percentage of failed. 35% failed. Similarly, 45% of the girls passed. That means 55% failed. So let us simplify this and find out how many passed and how many failed. So this is 9 times. This is 6 times. So if you simplify this, 35 into 9, that is 9 5s 45, 9 3s 27 plus 4, 31. 6 into 55, 6 5s 30, 6 5s 30 plus 3, 33. So total number of students failed. Add them. 5, 4, 6. 645 students failed the examination out of 600 plus 900 plus 600, that is 1500. Out of 1500, 645 students failed the examination. We need to find out the percentage. Simplify this. 2 zeros will get cancelled and cancel by 15. 15 4s 60. 45 remains. 15 3 is a 45. What is remaining? 43. That means 43% of the students failed the examination. Correct answer is option B is the right answer. Question number 27. A candidate secured 36% marks in an examination and failed by 18 marks. Another secured 48% marks and got 12 marks more than the bare minimum to pass. What are the maximum marks? So let us draw a vertical line to denote the total number of marks. So here we have bare minimum to pass, and here we have a failed candidate, here we have passed candidate. So the candidate who got 36% marks failed. So 36% marks he failed. By how many marks? By 18 marks. So this is 18 marks less than the pass mark. And the candidate who got 48%, he got 12 marks more than the pass mark. So he got 12 marks more than the pass mark. So you can notice here the difference between 48% and 36% is 12 plus 18. So what is the difference between 48 and 36? So the difference between 48 and 36 is 12. So total number of marks let us assume as x. Total marks we will assume as x. So 12% of x is equals to 12 plus 18. 12 plus 18 is 30. So we will simplify this and find the value of x, that is the total marks. 12 by 100 into x is equals to 30. X is equals to 30 into 100 by 12. If you simplify, 3 fours, 3 tens, 4 ones, 4 25s. So what is remaining? 10 into 25, that is 250. So this is the total marks. 250 is the total number of marks. That is the maximum marks. Option B is the right answer. Question number 28. A candidate who gets 25% marks in an examination fails by 20 marks. But another candidate who gets 40% gets 40 marks more than the passing mark. What is the percentage of pass mark? So here this question is similar to the previous one, but here we have to find out the pass mark, not the total mark. So here also we will draw a vertical line to denote the total marks. So here this is a pass mark, and here is a failed candidate, here is a passed candidate. So a candidate who gets 25% marks fails by 20 marks. So here is 25% marks, he fails by 20 marks. And the candidate who gets 40% marks gets 40 marks more than the pass mark. So the difference between 40% and 25% is 15%. 40 minus 25 is 15. So here also let us assume the total as x, total marks as x. So 15% of x is 40 plus 20, that is 60. Simplify this. 15 by 100 into x is equals to 60. X is equals to 60 into 100 by 15. This is 15 ones, 15 fours. So what is remaining? 4 into 100, that is 400. So 400 is the total marks, that is the maximum marks. So but we have to find out what is a pass mark. So we will find out 25% of the total marks and add 20, that gives the pass mark. Or we can find out 40% of the total marks and subtract 40. So in both the ways we can find out the pass mark. So let us find out 25% of 400. 25% of 400. So that is 25 by 100 into 100, 400. So that is simplify 4 times. So 25 fours 100. So this is 20 marks less than the pass mark. So add 20, you will get the pass marks. So pass marks are 100 plus 20, that is 120. So the 120 is the pass mark. So this is the what percentage of the total. We need to find out the percentage. 120 by 400 into 100. So if you simplify, 100 4 times, 4 30 times. So that is 30%. 30% is a pass mark. So we need to find out the total, and from total we will find out the pass mark and then percentage of the pass mark. 30% is a pass mark. So option B is the right answer. Question number 29. Two candidates contested in an election. One got 58% of the votes and won by 1740 votes. What is the number of votes polled? So in the election you will have two candidates. So total number of votes we will denote by a vertical line. So here we have the, so one candidate got 58%. So this is the winning candidate, he got 58%, and the other candidate will obviously, you will get 42%, 100 minus 58. The losing candidate will get 42% of votes. And the difference between 58% and 42% is 1740. So the difference between these two is 1740. So total number of votes we'll assume as X. So total number of votes polled. Total number of votes polled we'll assume as X. So the difference between 58% and 42%. 58 minus 42 is 16. 16% of the total number of votes is 1740. So we should simplify and find the value of X. 16 by 100 into X is equal to 1740. So X is equal to 1740 into 100 by 16. Simplify. 4 fours 16. 1 and 4 is 14. 4 3s are 12. 2 remains. 2 and 0 makes 20. 4 5s 20. So what is remaining here? 435 multiplied by 100, add 2 zeros, divided by 4. So if you divide with 4, 1 0 8, 4 8s are 32, 30, 4 7s are 28, 2 remains, 2 and 0 is 20, 4 5s are 20. So 10,875. So these are the total number of votes polled, 10,875. Option C is the right answer. Question number 30. At an election, there were two candidates. A candidate got 40% of votes and lost by 5,400 number of votes. What is the total number of valid votes? So similar question again. So draw a vertical line to denote the total number of votes. So here we have the winning candidate. The person who got 40% marks, he lost. That means the winning candidate will get 60%. So the difference is 5,400. Difference of votes is 5,400 between the winner and the loser. So total number of votes we'll assume as X. Total number of valid votes we'll assume as X. Difference between 60 and 40 is 20. 20% of X is 5,400. Simplify this. 20 by 100 into X is equal to 5,400. X is equals to 5,400 multiplied by 100 by 20. So this is 21s, 25s. So what is remaining? X is equals to 5,400 into 5. 2 zeros, 5 fours 20, 5 5s 25 plus 2, 27. So 27,000. These are the total number of valid votes. Option B is the right answer. Question number 31. The population of a town increases every year by 6%. If its present population is if the present population is 40,000, then after 2 years it will be what? Present population is 40,000. It increases every year by 6% into 1 plus 6 by 100. So we have to find out after 2 years. So take power 2. Simplify this. That is a 40,000, add one more 0, 40,000 into 1 plus 6 by 100 is 106 by 100. Since we have to square, write one more time. 106 by 100. Simplify. 4 zeros will get cancelled here. We have to multiply 4 and 106 and 106. So instead of multiplying completely, so let us try to check the units digit. 4 into 6, 24. The units digit is 4. Again 4 into 6, 24. The units digit is again 4. So which option has 4 in the units digit? Option B. So that will be the right answer. So if you have one more option with 4 as a units digit, we should have multiplied. 44,944. So this is the population after 2 years. Option B is the right answer. Question number 32. A dishonest milkman professes to sell his milk at cost price, but he mixes it with water and thereby gains 20%. What is the percentage of water in the mixture? So here we have three things. One is milk. He is mixing water in the milk, and then after mixing he will get a mixture. So here the person is mixing the water, but he is selling at the cost of the milk only, and he is getting a profit of 20%. So that means from this we can understand that the person is mixing 20% of the water. That's the reason he is getting 20% profit, because he is selling the mixture at the cost of the milk. So let us assume the quantity of the milk as 100 units. Quantity of milk we will assume as 100 units. So 25% of this 100 units is adding water. So that means he is adding 25 units of water. Sorry, 20 units. 20 units of water. Because he is getting a profit of 20%, he is adding 20% of water. 20% of 100 units is 20 units. So the total mixture is 100 plus 20, 120 units. So we have to find out percentage of water in the mixture. So what is the percentage of water in the mixture? 20 by 120 into 100. If you simplify, 20 ones 26, 2 3s 2 50s. So what is remaining here? 50 by 3. So if you convert into mixed fraction, 3 16s are 48. 2 is the remainder. So write it as a mixed fraction, 16 2 by 3%. So this is the percentage of water in the mixture. Option B is the right answer. Question number 33. 48 liters of a mixture of milk and water contains 12.5% of water. What quantity of water is to be added to the water to the mixture so that the water content is 25% in the new mixture? So here there is a milk and water. Milk and water. and there is a mixture. Mixture is 48 liters. Mixture is 48 liters. In this, 12.5% is water. So what is 12.5% of 48? 12.5% of 48. Simplify. 12.5 8 times is 100. 8 6 times is 48. So we have 6. 6 liters is water. So remaining will be milk. 48 minus 6, that is 42. 42 liters is a milk. So in this he is adding water so that the water content becomes 25%. So how much water is added? Let x liters be added. Then water content becomes x plus 6. The total becomes 48 plus 6. Then the percentage will be 25%. Simplify this and find x value. That gives water to be added. So this is 25 ones, 25 fours. So x plus 6 is x plus 6 by x plus 48 is equals to 1 by 4. Cross multiply. 4x plus 24 is equals to x plus 48. 4x minus x is equal to 48 minus 24. 3x is equal to 24. 48 minus 24 is 24. X is equals to 24 by 3, that is 8. So that means 8 liters of water is to be added. 8 liters of water to be added. So to make the water percentage as 25%. Option C is the right answer. Question number 34. How much water must be added to 120 ml of 75% solution of boric acid to reduce it to a 50% solution? So here also we have a mixture. Here also we have a mixture, acid and water. Acid is 120 ml and mixture is 120 ml. Acid is 75% of 120 ml. 75% of 120 ml. So 25 threes, 25 fours. And 4 30s. So what is remaining? 90. So 90 ml is acid. 90 ml is acid. Remaining is water. 120 minus 90, 30 ml. 30 ml is water. So we have to add water so that it becomes 50% solution. 50% solution. So we should add water x plus 30. Let us add x milliliters of water. Total is x plus 120. Percentage will become 50%. Simplify. 51s, 52s. That is x plus 30 by x plus 120 is equals to 1 by 2. Cross multiply. 2x plus 60 is equals to x plus 120. 2x minus x is equal to 120 minus 60. So that is x is equals to 60. So that means 60 ml of water to be added, so that the percentage becomes 50% solution. So 50% solution will have 50% water and 50% acid. So let us compare the percentage of water, because we are adding water. So we have to add 60 ml of water to make the percentage as 50. So option D is the right answer. Question number 35. One type of liquid contains 30% water and the second type of liquid contains 50% water. A mixture is formed by mixing them in the ratio of 3:2. What is the percentage of water in the new mixture in the glass? So one type of liquid contains 30% water and another contains 50% of water. So 30% is equivalent to 0.3 in decimals. 50% is equivalent to 0.5 in decimals. So we are mixing 3 parts of first liquid and 2 parts of second type of liquid. So you are mixing them and the total quantity of the mixture is 3 parts and 2 parts. Total quantity is 3 parts and 2 parts. 5 parts is total of both the types of liquids. So out of this, water percentage is the 3 parts of water is 0.3 into 3 and 2 parts of water is 2 into 0.5. So the numerator is quantity of water. The denominator is total quantity of the both type of liquids. So let us find out the percentage here. Multiply by 100. That is 0.9 plus 1.0 by 5 into 100. That is 1.9 by 5 into 100. Simplify 5 ones, 5 20s. So what is remaining? 1.9 into 20. That is 38%. So there is 38% of water in the mixture in the glass. Option B is the right answer. Question number 36. Fresh fruit contains 75% water and dry fruit contains 20% water. How much dry fruit can be obtained from 80 kgs of fresh fruits? So we have fresh fruit and we have dry fruit. So there is water. So there is water, and apart from water we have pulp. Apart from water we have pulp also in both types of fruits. So percentage of water is 75% here and dry fruit has 20% water. So weight of the fresh fruit is given as 80 kg. Weight of the fresh fruit is given as 80 kg. Weight of the dry fruit we have to find out, x. We have to find out the weight of the dry fruit, that is x kg we have to find out. So percentage of water is 75% in 80 kg. So what is 75% of 80. 75% of 80. 24s, 25s and 5 15s. So what is remaining? 15 for the 60. So the water is 60 kg. Water is 60 kg. And pulp will be remaining. Remaining is how much? 20 kg. Remaining is 20 kg, that is a pulp. So the quantity of pulp is same in both fresh fruit and dry fruit. This is 20 kg. So in dry fruit 20% water is there and remaining 80% is pulp. So here also this is 75% and this is 25%. So 80% is pulp out of the total quantity of the dry fruit x kg. So what is x? We will find out. 80% of x is equals to 20. 80 by 100 into x is equals to 20. X is equals to 20 into 100 by 80. Simplify. 24s, 4 25s. So what is remaining? X is equals to 25. 25 kg. So this is the weight of the dry fruit that can be obtained from 80 kg of the fresh fruit. So 25 kg, the correct answer is option C. So we have to find out the pulp quantity, and same pulp quantity we have to take it for the dry fruit also. An alloy contains 92% copper, and how much copper is to be mixed to a sample of alloy so as to get 20 kg of new metal having 94% copper in it. So we have alloy and new alloy, new sample alloy. So it has copper and apart from copper we have other metal. We don't know what is that other metal. We'll write it as other. So it has 92% copper and remaining 8%. And new alloy 94% copper, 6% is other. So here new metal weight is 20 kg. 20 kg is the new alloy, weight of new alloy. So what is 6% of 20 kg? 6% of 20 kg. 6 by 100 into 20. So that is 21s, 25s. 6 by 5, which is equals to 1.2. So 1.2 is other, 1.2 kg. The other metal quantity is same in initial alloy also. It is not changing because we are not adding other metal, only copper we are adding. So here the question is, find how much copper is to be mixed. So now we have to find out 92% and 94%. The difference is 2%. So first of all, we will find out what is the weight of the 92%. So here the 94% is 20 minus 1.2, So that is 18.8 kg. So we'll find out 92% now. So 8% is 1.2 kg. 92% is how much? So 1.2 by 8 into 92. So if you simplify 12 by 80 into 92. 4 threes, 4 20s. And 2 tens, 2 46. 3 into 46, 138 divided by 10 is 13.8. So 13.8 is the weight of copper initially. So now after adding it became 18.8 kg. So what is the difference between these two? 18.8 and 13.8. The difference is 5 kg. 18.8 minus 13.8. That is 5 kg of copper is added. Option B is the right answer. Question number 38. An alloy of gold and silver weighs 60 grams. It contains 70% gold. How much gold should be added to the alloy so that percentage of gold is increased to 85? So we have alloy, and after adding, let us take it as new alloy. So there is gold and silver. Gold and silver. So gold is 70% initially, silver would be 30%. So after adding gold, it should become 85%. This will be 15%. Silver will be 15%. Now initial weight of alloy is 60 grams. 60 grams is the initial weight of the alloy. 70% is 42 grams. And 18 grams would be silver. So weight of silver is same in both new and old alloys. 18 grams. So let us assume the total weight as X. So here 15% is 18 grams. 85% is how much? So we don't have to find out the weight of the new alloy. We need to find out only 85%. So 15% is 18 grams. 85% is how much? Simplify 18 by 15 into 85. This is 5 threes, 5 17s, 3 ones, 3 6. So what is remaining? 6 into 17, that is 102. So this is 102. So how much is added? 102 minus 42. So if you subtract, you will get 60. 60 grams of gold is added. to make the percentage as 85%. So option C is the right answer. Question number 39. 5 liters of water is added to 20 liters of a mixture of 25% solution of alcohol in water. What is the strength of alcohol now? So here also we have a mixture. Okay. Alcohol and water. Mixture weight is 20 liters. In this 25% is alcohol. Remaining 75% is water. So 25% of 20 liters. 25% of 20 liters. We'll simplify. 20 ones, 25s. 5 ones, 5 5s. So what is remaining? 5. So alcohol is 5 liters. Water is 20 minus 5, 15 liters. Now we are adding 5 liters of water. 5 liters we are adding water. So what will be the new quantity of water? New quantity of water is 20 liters. And alcohol is same, 5 liters. So total will become 20 plus 5, 25 liters. So what is the new strength of alcohol? Alcohol is 5 liters out of 25 liters. We have to find out the percentage. 5 by 25 into 100. 5 ones, 5 5s. 5 ones, 5 20s. So the remaining is 20%. The strength of alcohol now is 20%. Option C is the right answer. Question number 40. Ram sells his goods 20% cheaper than Shyam and 25% dearer than Hari. How much percentage is Hari's goods cheaper than Shyam? So there are 3 friends. One is Ram, second one is Shyam, the other one is Hari. So the first statement is Ram sells his goods 20% cheaper than Shyam. So that means if Shyam is selling for 100 rupees, Ram will sell for 80 rupees only, 20% cheaper. And Ram's selling price 80 is 25% more than Hari. So if Hari is X, 80 is 25% more than X. So let us increase X by 25% and equate it to 80. So X into 125 by 100 is equal to 80 because Ram is 25% more than Hari. Simplify. X is equals to 80 into 100 by 125. 25 fours, 25 fives. 5 ones, 5 16s. So X is equal to 16 into 4, 64. So Hari is 64. Hari is selling at 64. So the question is, how much percentage is Hari's goods cheaper than Shyam? So Shyam is 100 and Hari is 64. So the difference is 36. 100 minus 64 is 36. So 36 is how much percent cheaper than 100? 36 compare with 100. How much 36 is how much percent of 100? So obviously it is 36%. So that is 36%. So Hari is 36% cheaper than Shyam. Option B is the right answer. So these are the questions based on the concept of percentage. So I try to cover almost all the models of questions. We have solved most of the questions using the short methods. So if you come across any other models, you can mention them in the comment box. I'll try to cover them in the next session. And if you find any other easy method of solving the questions, also you can mention them in the comment box. I'll try to incorporate in the next videos. So we'll meet in the next session with another concept. Thank you.